All right, sort of a Dutch angle here because this thing is enormous. This is the Green Goblin Gallery Diorama Deluxe PVC statue from Diamond Select Toys. Yes, it is designed by Caesar, sculpted by Alterton. It retails for $125. You're just going to have to believe me, folks, when I tell you exactly how big this bad boy is. And I will do this. The box itself is almost 14 inches by, I'm going to do the top here, 14 by 12, 14 by 12 by 12 by 14, 12 by 14 and a half. It's enormous. And we are going to open him up. We're going to review him. If you do not know who Norman Osborn is or the Green Goblin, you're definitely on the wrong toy review page. And what I really enjoy about this is, and this is long in coming, and I'm so, at times you say, is there a companion piece? Is there something that should go with it? Oh, yes, there is. There is Spider-Man who is dodging a whole bunch of pumpkin bombs, and you're supposed to mount it to the wall. That's right. This is a companion piece. Spider-Man and Green Goblin go together. Let's open them up. Okay, so as I said, this thing is gigantic. Here is the Green Goblin. We have the Goblin Glider. We've got the pumpkin bombs. He's still inside the plastic coffin. This, again, this is how they're shipping it, how it is. It's really intense. It's really, really cool. I'm just going to put Spidey up here to scale next to him real quick like this, dodging pumpkin bombs. So it's going to be like they were fighting like this. So we've got Spidey's back of Spidey's head, and then we've got the Goblin way over there on that side. So we still got one more step to take him out. But again, it's just huge. All right, so here we go. And one of my favorite things to do is when I have anything has to do with the Green Goblin is do my quick Green Goblin imitation. And since you're listening, you're going to hear it. Kill the Green Goblin. Never. Never. And that's from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I mean, that was probably my first taste of the Green Goblin. I may have seen him in the old 67 to 72 series that was sporadically shown in reruns when I was a little kid. But Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, that was my first Green Goblin. So we're just going to talk about this base. And this is insane how big this plastic piece is. All clear. It's almost like a bank. And it kind of feels like it should be in some way. So we have a really solid base here. Here is where we can see where we're going to put the other two pieces. So ideally, you're supposed to mount him on this side of the wall and then have him, Spidey, mounted on the other side of the wall. Now, to have them really close like this would be ideal, but you're more or less going to have them like this on one side of the room to the other. So if you have the right set of walls for this, this is going to look awesome if you have a Spider-Man themed room. But this, I do have a full review of this Spider-Man, and I will link it here at the end of the Instagram so you can get its own taste. But this is all about the Goblin on this one. So we have a really nice arm back here in the smoke of the exhaust of the Goblin Glider, which is really nice. Currently, by the way, the Green Goblin is a good guy called the Golden Goblin, and I'm just not buying it. But I'm reading Dark Web right now, which has just started, and I kind of like a little bit of the taste of it, that he's kind of a hero. But, eventually we're going to go back to the purple and green. It's just all going to come back to it. But, hey, it's all about storytelling, and hopefully it's a good story, but I'm going to stick with it. So pumpkin bombs here with the yellow eyes, fantastic. And then we have the smoke coming out of each one. But it's really just, it's the eyes, it's the mouth, it's the teeth. We have a little bit of a leeway here for the pouch, the Indiana Jones style pouch. But these are like chainmail scales, really nice detail here. The hook in the boot to make sure that he stays on the Goblin Glider. And this is all texture. The mask itself with this awesome like gestures, like, a tail that's coming down, but these little side pieces here, I mean, they could just attach these, paint them, but they're not. They're in motion. It's in action. Just like we do have these ripples here in the cloak or the tunic. A couple of paint blemishes here and there. It's all factory stuff, But this is it's a really weird, smooth, glistening kind of piece. You wish that you could just attach, either unscrew this here on the bottom, but this is the base. This is that arm this is the sturdiness of keeping the Goblin Glider going. You just wish you could put some light behind this. And maybe you drop in two little LED lights inside. You could get some really cool colors and explosions going on. I could see that being a thing. But this is enormous. And I'm just going to move my camera up just a little bit more, kind of show you the full scale of this. Now, so here we have Spidey. And here we go. We're going to do them side by side so you can see the scale. It's perfect scale. Not one is not bigger than the other, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to say Goblin's more of an adult, and this is more of a teenage Peter Parker. So, grown up Norman Osborn, obviously, but we're going a little bit more teenage Peter Parker. Great muscle definition, by the way. But again, look at my full review. So to try to give you some scale and some scope here, I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit, and then here is a vintage collection. I'm going to put them all the way back there. Vintage collection Mandalorian, so that can give you some scale. He's 375. And then we do have I have my tape measure here again. So we're talking 14 and a half inches. I mean, this thing is huge. And then from that to the bottom, it's another 13 inches. I mean, you're going to get your money's worth at 125. And if you have this, I don't know if you'd put this in a room with a little kid. My son he is little yet. We've got a couple of Spider-Man things besides pajamas and a few other things here and there. But this would be fine. This is going to be terrifying. Because he's not going to know this is anything other than just a monster right now in his room. But it is really cool. So I'd say somewhere about a 10-year-old, probably going to be a really nice piece that you're able to have this battle sequence going on right here in your bedroom. It's just the coolest thing ever. So Spidey is, again, full review, but Spidey's $49.99. You want to get the Goblin at $125. So for under $200, you can have this incredible fight sequence going on. Why the pumpkin bombs are coming out, they should probably be going in, might have been better. You just have to think of it, this would be a standalone piece by itself, and he's emerging from the explosions. So as you look at the two pieces together, you can question that. We have reviewed some other Godzilla pieces where you've had multiple parts that all can connect and can stand alone, but this does bring up the question, why are the pumpkin bombs coming from behind Spider-Man? This is Bob from Total Tree Recon, thanking Diamond Select for sending this out. It is amazing.